Sin always promises freedom, but its chains tighten when the last breath falls, and when life ends, there is no shelter from truth. Beyond the veil, only two roads remain, one leading to the light of God, and the other to a valley where fire never sleeps, where shadows cry, and where eternity reflects the choices made in silence. Tonight, we walk into a story shaped by fire, regret, and the weight of a soul that waited too long. His name was Nathan Reyes. To the outside world, he was just another young man trying to make sense of a complicated life. He worked long shifts at a delivery company, moving boxers from dawn until sunset. His apartment was small, dimly lit, always smelling faintly of smoke and old clothes. The curtains stayed closed, as if he was hiding from the daylight itself. Nathan had a quiet personality, thoughtful but heavy. There was a sadness behind his eyes that he never explained. His routine was simple: work, isolation, and the one escape that slowly consumed him. His dominating sin was drug addiction. It started as curiosity, then relief, then dependence. He whispered to himself that he could stop whenever he wanted, but his heart knew he was chained. His worldview became increasingly cynical. Everyone has a vice. This one is mine. He had opportunities to choose the light. A childhood friend invited him back to church. His sister cried as she begged him to seek help. Even strangers, counselors, neighbors, co-workers tried to reach him. But Nathan preferred the numbness. He preferred the shadows where no one expected him to change. And in that quiet descent, the fall had already begun. The addiction deepened like a slow poison. Nathan's emotions became unstable. Moments of false euphoria, followed by days of emptiness. His relationships cracked. His sister stopped visiting after finding him unconscious once. His father barely spoke to him anymore, and Nathan avoided them all, unable to face their disappointment. Spiritually, he drifted far from God. He stopped praying. He stopped caring. He drowned every whisper of conscience beneath another high. But warnings came. Opportunity for repentance, number one. One night he dreamed of a valley of flames. He felt hands rising from the burning ground, reaching for him. A voice whispered, "Return while there is time." Nathan woke shaking, heart racing. But minutes later, it was Sedagin, forcing the dream out of his mind. Opportunity for repentance. Number two. A counselor at a free clinic took him aside one afternoon. "You're killing yourself," she said softly. "You don't have to die like this. Seek help. Seek God." Nathan nodded, tears gathering, but he never returned to the clinic. He chose silence over salvation. His soul grew thinner each week, his body weaker, his thoughts darker, and then came the night everything ended. It was quiet, too quiet. The city lights flickered through his window as Nathan sat on the edge of his bed, hands trembling. He told himself it was just to relax, just to feel normal for a moment. He took more than he intended, more than his body could handle. A sudden dizziness, a fall onto the mattress, his vision dimming like a candle running out of wax. No screams, no struggle, just a slow, accidental surrender into darkness. And then nothing. Life had ended. Eternity had begun. Nathan opened his eyes, expecting his room. Instead, he found darkness, thick, suffocating, alive. The heat pressed against him like a burning wind. Flames moved across the ground like living shadows, rising and falling as if breathing. Silhouettes twisted in agony, their forms bent by endless sorrow. Their muffled cries drifted through the heavy air like echoes of forgotten suffering. Hands, blackened, cracked, trembling, emerged from the burning soil, grasping upward toward a sky made of smoke and despair. The atmosphere was a furnace of lamento, so dense it felt impossible to breathe. Nathan stumbled backward. No, this isn't real. But the fire answered with a low roar that felt like the earth itself weeping. A presence entered the space, unseen, unidentifiable, unavoidable. "Nathan, you knew this path. You felt the warnings. You ignored every call." He trembled. Please, give me another chance. I didn't mean to die." The truth struck him harder than any flame. The dreams, the clinic. His sister's tears, every moment he could have chosen God but didn't. He understood now. He was separated from God by his own choices, one after another, until the last door closed. The valley burned, the shadows wailed, and Nathan felt the full weight of eternity. He lifted his voice into the fiery darkness, each cry breaking with sorrow. I wasted my life. I ignored every warning. I walked away from you. He tried to shout toward the world he had left behind. If only they knew. If only someone could hear me. I need to warn them. But no sound left the valley. No message crossed the boundary between life and eternity. He sank to the burning ground, overcome not by flames, but by the realization that regret would now be his companion forever. Sin deceives the heart. It offers escape, comfort, pleasure, but hides its true cost. Death seldom warns us before it comes, and eternity is shaped by what we choose while breath still remains. While there is life, there is mercy. While the heart beats, repentance is possible. But once the final moment passes, the destiny we shaped becomes unchangeable. Eternity is not an accident. It is chosen. If this story reached your heart, remain close to the truth while you still walk in the light. Visit our previous episode. Its message echoes through this one, and prepare yourself for the next chapter, where another soul faces the weight of eternity.